Welcome back to My Hero Academia Anime Review Episode 81. This I'm viewing three things this time. Oh yes, you're probably thinking, three things, one video? Yeah, newest episode of the anime, long time no see, Shiki. Newest chapter of the manga, 321, and a one-shot. Yes! Seriously, I've released all this stuff today. Now, this episode does not adapt anything from the manga. It's a complete and original episode. Excuse me. There's a reason for that. You want to know why? Because in 5 days in Japan, they're releasing the third My Hero Academia movie. Yep. Which is called, I think it's called like World Mission. I think it is. It is World Heroes Mission. That's pretty much what the name of the movie is. And this episode just set it for it. Now, my guess is the reason why they decided to do it this time because last season didn't have one. Nope. When they had the second movie, they didn't have an episode that set up the very movie. They did this for the third season of the show. When they set up the very first movie, Two Heroes, but Hero Rising didn't have an episode basically set it up. Nope. And this is the second ever original episode for the season. Mostly, anyways, because even though the first episode is mostly an original, the little bit toward the very end is canon stuff. Now, Deku, Bakudo, and Shudo are briefly seen in the episode. They're basically just fighting, of course. Well, they're basically with Endeavor, the agency, and they're just there. Basically, of course, Deku is wondering what Ochaku is up to at her agency, and then we see Ochaku, Froppy, Dragonor, and Nezro-chan. That's seriously what they call her in the dub, so don't criticize. Now, this is the second time I've seen it where they actually kept the honorific in the actual dub for this series, because the only character they've done this for is Bakudo when of course, Deku calls him Kachin, because that's what he calls him a lot, and Bakudo himself doesn't have a problem with him calling him that because they're childhood friends. So, at taking on a villain, they decided to have a celebration of their first day. And then we cut to seeing Selkie with, I don't remember her name. She's basically his like chief sidekick. Her name is, what is her name here? Because I know it's Selkie. It's Sirius. Okay, yeah. And this episode has a return of the trigger drug. Oh, yes. We haven't seen this since last season of the show. Yeah, though it was seen in one episode. It was an episode that had Red Riot basically make a public debut and basically taking down the person who had it. Yeah, and my guess is how to bring it back here for some reason. Plus, they even referenced in this episode when Froppy did her internship with Selkie. That happened in an anime original episode way back in season 2. Wow, time flies. 3 years ago. Well, 3 seasons ago. The thing is, I watched that episode 3 years ago, and I think the episode itself aired in... Let's see. Because I know there was an original episode for this one. Let's see. I know there was one. It was during the first Hero Killer arc. They actually had like a, let's just say, an episode focused on Ochaku. Not Ochaku. It was Froppy. Yes. I'm trying to look up and see exactly like who exactly she and like where she interned at. Let's see. Yeah, of course, he first showed up back in episode 32. Yeah, that was the episode where they brought up, and here they mention that here. They even show like stock footage, which I thought that was cool. So basically, Silkie's looking for some smugglers, but he needs reinforcements because they got the trigger drug. So who do they call? What do they do? Call for a team up. They did the same thing last season. So at least that it's something that anybody who's exclusive watching anime, it's not something new. They've done once before for the awesome overhaul arc back in that started up the previous season of the show. And here, it's not a team between like 4 agencies this time. This time it's just a team between Dragonor and Silkie's agency to take down this particular smuggler. And of course, Froppy reminisces about, well, her time with Selkie and how very fruitful it was. And of course, he admires the fact that, well, she has grown. Oh yeah, and by the way, he has this thing where he does a cute face. Dragonor does not find it cute, but the girls find it cute. Well, Tim anyways. And of course, he doesn't introduce himself to Ochaku for some reason, even though he knows the name later on. Which, okay. So, they go, and of course, before they go out searching for the smugglers, we have Sirius, Froppy, Ochaku, and Nezuko in swimsuits. Yep, we have a beach episode in this anime. Like, why the heck did it take until episode 104 to have a beach episode in My Hero Academia? I'm sure a lot of people probably would have thought we'd done this maybe in OVA, but no, we did it in the regular episode. Even though it's an anime original episode, it was great to see this. I mean, yeah, they've done an episode before where they basically, the characters in swimsuits, though it was school uniform swimsuits, but how about actual swimsuits you wear to an actual beach? I love beach episodes, they're so fun. And of course, Dragonor and Selkie are just relaxing on a rock. I'm surprised Dragonor herself didn't put on a bikini. She's a lovely woman. Put on a bikini, woman. Nope, wear her like Chinese outfit the whole time. For like no reason. Yep. So they basically just relax. They just basically do some volleyball, do some swimming. Mostly it's just Sirius and Froppy just swim underwater. They don't show Chakra swimming very much. And they have some food later. And then they decided to basically go off the smugglers, where basically they decided to have split into teams. Basically having Dragonor and Nezuko take to the sky, Sirius and Ochaku stay on the boat, and Selkie and Froppy swim to the boat. And of course they get on board, and the guy who shoots out smoke, the guy I ran into before, of course also Selkie knocks the guy out pretty easily. And there's actually 3 guys on board. Yes, 3 guys, and the fact they had to call backup to deal with 3 people. Okay, so he knew it was actually 2 more people on board, so he goes straight to the bridge, beats the crap out of the person who's there, and of course, Froppy notices, there's a splash in the water, and then the splash turned, it looked like a boat. No, it was actually a airplane. Yes, an airplane. And Froppy tries to catch it with her tongue. That clue didn't work. So it's Ochaku's job, basically, to catch it. So she goes something and uses something she actually does not use until the very next arc. Well, the arc that comes after this one, the manga, which basically her hook that she uses from her outfit. She also mentioned she got a brand new attire. And of course, Nezuko-chan's wondering, why'd you get a new outfit for? And then she basically goes, like a flashback to what happened with Deku in the very last arc they showed in the anime, which was the joint training, which they even showed later on again. And of course she's blushing at that. Probably because she was holding the guy she loves, basically, in her arms. Trying to get him to calm down. Yeah, viewers know she's got a thing for Deku. And it's been implied for a while that Deku's got a thing for her. So, I thought that was really cool. So, she gets aboard the plane, knocks out the pilot, but the engine's damaged. She's about to give up. Basically, Selkie tells her, don't give up. And actually, it's not him telling it. It's basically Dragonor doing it. So, trying to float the plane. Of course, well, we have them basically get on. We have her basically limit the plane. Basically, level the plane off. And of course, Dragonor catches the plane. And of course, they go back down. And of course, before Sirius fires the thing up. Like, after this, let's go to the beach again. And they do at the end of the episode. And, of course, they mention, we captured smugglers. We didn't get much info on. We don't know who supplied them. So, kind of a fake name. And Then we have a very strange ending. We have the debut of, apparently, if I looked up, it's actually the villain of the movie. Yes. By the way, not the first anime I've seen that did this. They also have done this for One Piece whenever they've done their like prelude episodes to the movie. They always have the main villain himself does show up in the episode, but at the very end. Oh, if you're curious though, what exactly is this guy's name, you might ask? Like, who is the name of this mysterious man who, like, appears in this very episode? Like, his name is Flacturn. Yes. And I'm looking at a picture of him, and, well, that's what he looks in the anime. He's got blue skin. Oh, yeah, I heard about the plot of the movie, where apparently that Deku's quirk is like out of control. He becomes the world's most wanted superhero. And that's what I've heard the plot of the movie is, but that should be interesting. And here's the thing. The movie comes out in 5 days. Now, I don't know when it's going to release here. We have to wait in Funimation when that happens. Mm-hmm. And I'm really hoping to see it in theaters because I saw the first 2 movies in theaters, so I want to see a third one. Alright, now we're going to talk about a one-shot. Yes, a one-shot called My Hero Academia Special Spinoff Endeavor Mission. This is another prelude to the movie. We have Shudo, Bakudo, and Deku basically say they're about to be tested by Endeavor. They go to this weird facility. So basically their job was to land a hit on him. And of course, after a battle, and of course, after the first round, gives them a chance to try again. And they do. They go and they say, this is a mighty bar from the Western world, which I don't see how. And they go plus ultra, and they all hit Endeavor, and they all passed. Yep, they're going overseas. They get special suits, like no surprise there. Of course, showing for a cape, which of course the image they show here is kind of very reminiscent of the outfit he would wear currently in the manga. And the thing ends with them basically like scribbling out stuff, and of course we have potential like new heroes, new villains. And it says, to be continued in My Hero Academia, the movie World Hero Mission. I gotta say, this one shot is actually pretty good. I'm gonna give the one shot itself a 10 out of 10. It's a great chapter. Now, next up we have the new chapter manga. Chapter 321 from Class A to One for All. Which they don't show the title of the chapter until the very end of the chapter. They just want to before. First, you have this 2-page spread to start off the chapter, where you have Class 1A basically work on All Might Mech. Yeah, and we see Ochaku, Deku, Ingenium, Pinky, Bakudo, Earjack, Red Riot, Shudo, Menta, looks like Froppy, Tape Guy, Crazy, Eraserhead. Yeah, and it's pretty much all building a big All Might mech. It's a great cover image by the writer of the series. Mm-hmm. We get a chapter proper, basically, where apparently it looks like they're trying to, basically they're helping. We have the guy with the laser beam and Red Riot capturing a villain for Endeavor. Meanwhile, though, we have Shudo, Froppy, Ochaku, and, Ingenium going after Deku. It's like, they're asking, let us join your fight. No, let's be him. And, of course, you have Froppy swing her tongue at him. Of course, he dodges it. Menta throws his hair at him. Yeah. And of course, Menta says this: I never thought it would be your power made you awesome. I fell for you when you were scared and sweating buckets and quaking your boots. Back then, we found a pathway to do together. And of course, you bit a flash to the UA arc, the UJ arc. You have basically Ochaku coming down, telling you he's not going anywhere. Deku, things are different now, including me. And she's like, now, guys. And of course, Pinky and Bakuto throws some stuff, and of course, Ember throws some stuff at him. Then he gets, we won't want to be protected by you, or rejected who you are and what you do. We just want to be with you. Yeah, and it's basically like Ingenium, basically the one who's going to help him, and of course, Ingenium catches Deku. He says, That's precisely why I'm always ready." And of course, he's thinking that there's any who bolster discriminatory it could be those who resolve metrics to challenge you. They keep running alongside of him. He's like, "No, you can't. Just let go. I will not." And Jenny, the hero, will dash across the land, take a lost child by the hand, because giving help is not asked for is what makes a hero. And Deku starts crying, and then we see the title of the chapter, From 1A to One for All. An absolute great chapter. But the next chapter is not coming out next week. Well, it's not coming out 1 week from now. Nope. Apparently they're waiting 8 days. Until the very next chapter. I honestly do not know why in the world they decided to do this for, but they did. Yep. But great stuff for today, and I can't wait for next week. Well, in the case of My Hero Academia, I'm going to have to basically, do my review because the chapter's not coming out on Sunday. I'll probably have to view the episode probably on Saturday, because I'm sure they're probably going to release it Saturday. I'll probably review it along with How Realist Hero of the Kingdom, and of course the case of Volantis, and of course Case Closed. I'll probably do it just before Case Closed. I'll probably do it Saturday, and that'll probably lower down the amount of shows to do for Sunday from about, if in fact episode 10 doesn't come out for Commencement Dispatched, I'll probably lower down about three animes to talk about. Plus, of course, talk about Black Clover, obviously. Actually, since Black Clover probably going to take 8 days, so looks like we're going to have a couple videos set for Monday. I'm looking at my calendar right now. So it looks like next Monday, we're going to have two exclusive manga-only videos talking about new chapter from My Hero Academia and Black Clover, and probably One Piece. Okay? But One Piece might definitely be my next anime review, okay? Next video. Bye.